Caught my spoiled sister making out with my BF a week before her wedding. I couldn't take it and called her fiancé. I thought he had ignored it, but he made a huge announcement on the wedding day. I, 28F, was in a difficult situation with my sister, 26F, and my boyfriend, 29M. My sister's wedding was coming up, and I noticed she was acting strange around my boyfriend. It wasn't anything obvious at first, just little things that made me uncomfortable. It started with small comments. My sister would say things like, "Wow, you're so funny," to my boyfriend's jokes, even when they weren't that great. She laughed a bit too hard at everything he said. I tried to brush it off at first, thinking maybe she was just being extra friendly because of the wedding excitement. But then I noticed more. She started finding reasons to touch him casually, a hand on his arm when talking or bumping into him accidentally when walking past. It was subtle, but it was there. I saw her eyes lingering on him a bit too long when he wasn't looking. It made my stomach churn. I tried to talk to my boyfriend about it. One night, after we got home from a family dinner where my sister had been particularly flirty, I brought it up. "Did you notice how Sarah was acting tonight?" I asked him. He looked confused. "What do you mean?" I explained what I had seen, the laughing, the touching, the looks. He listened, but then he just shrugged. "I think you're reading too much into it," he said. "She's probably just excited about the wedding. It's harmless." But it didn't feel harmless to me. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. I decided to keep a closer eye on things, hoping I was wrong. The next few weeks were tense. Every time we were around my sister, I found myself watching her like a hawk. I noticed more and more little things that bothered me. She would always sit next to my boyfriend if she could. She'd find excuses to ask for his help with wedding-related tasks, even though I was right there. One day, we were all at my parents' house for a family barbecue. I went inside to use the bathroom, and when I came back out, I saw my sister and my boyfriend talking quietly in a corner of the yard. They were standing close together, and my sister was giggling at something he said. When they saw me, they quickly stepped apart, and my sister walked away. I felt sick to my stomach. I wanted to confront them right then and there, but I didn't want to cause a scene at the family gathering. Instead, I waited until we got home that night. "What were you and Sarah talking about earlier?" I asked my boyfriend as casually as I could. He looked surprised by the question. "Oh, just some wedding stuff. She was asking my opinion on the music selection." I raised an eyebrow. "And that required you to stand so close together?" He sighed. "Come on, not this again. I told you, there's nothing going on. Sarah's just being friendly." I couldn't hold back anymore. "Friendly? She's practically throwing herself at you, and you're not doing anything to stop it." He looked hurt. "What do you want me to do? She's your sister. I'm trying to be nice to her. I can't just tell her to go away." "You could set some boundaries," I said. "You could make it clear you're not interested." "But I'm not interested," he insisted. "There's nothing to make clear. You're seeing things that aren't there." We argued for a while, but it went nowhere. He kept insisting I was imagining things, and I couldn't make him see what was so obvious to me. In the end, we went to bed angry and frustrated. The next day, I decided I needed to talk to my sister directly. I called her and asked if we could meet for coffee. She agreed, sounding cheerful and oblivious to my concerns. We met at a small cafe near her apartment. I was nervous, my hands shaking slightly as I stirred my coffee. My sister chatted happily about wedding plans, not noticing my discomfort. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. "Sarah," I interrupted her. "We need to talk about something." She looked at me, surprised by my serious tone. "What's wrong?" I took a deep breath. "I've noticed how you've been acting around Tom lately.